Hey guys, welcome to First Look Gamer. Today I wanted to talk about CD Projekt Red's new announcement of The Witcher 4. The Witcher 3 was one of my favorite games of all time, so this little teaser emblem that they showed really got me going, and I just wanted to kind of reminisce about Witcher 3 and see what you guys think. So, let's go. So when The Witcher 3 came out, that open world, comparing it to Skyrim and other open world games like GTA and stuff like that, was something I had never seen before. The graphics were crazy, like nothing I've ever, experienced. Just the way the trees and the lighting, the medieval setting. Skyrim and other games have had medieval settings, but this kind of seemed like a fantasy type medieval, especially with all the monsters and things like that, but especially with the architecture, the bricks and the stones and the castles and stuff like that. I remember one of the towns, it has a winding like brick road through the town all the way up, and there's a couple of missions that include that area, and it was just so beautiful. Another great thing about The Witcher 3 is how the characters interact with each other and how they have so much backstory together. I'll be honest, I haven't played 1 and 2. I tried to go back and play 1, and the combat is a little too old for me. I really need to go back and try again because I know it's supposed to be great, and 2 is apparently almost to Witcher 3's level, but I haven't got to that yet. But apparently there's a big backstory. I've seen the show. The show is great, and it's kind of digging into that backstory, especially with Yennefer, and how she came up to be a mage and stuff like that. But the storyline of Witcher 3 is incredible, like nothing I've ever played. Starting off with Geralt. Geralt, he's a hard character to understand. He is emotionless, which I believe is because he's a Witcher. And the fact that everyone is so entwined with him and that he has so many friends in this world, it's like, why? Why? Because he has such a awkward personality to where you would think not a lot of people would be friends with him. But he's got a ton of friends and a ton of people that he's helped save throughout the years and that are still helping him. And the storyline revolves around Ciri, and Ciri is a younger Witcher. I believe Geralt had found her. I don't know the full backstory of Ciri, but pretty much she's climbing up the ranks in The Witcher to become a Witcher, and she has special abilities, more special than any other Witcher, kind of magical abilities and things like that. I believe she's a princess, or she's, high up in royalty, and Geralt kind of takes her under his wing, and she kind of becomes like his daughter, I would say. And that storyline's pretty crazy because he's trying to protect her, but at the same time trying to train her and make her a stronger wizard or a mage and a better Witcher. But she's got some serious skills, and there's a couple of times in the game where you get to play as her, which is pretty fun. That storyline between Geralt and Ciri, one of the best. The storytelling in this game is like a movie or a book. Obviously, it came from a book series, but just incredible. Way beyond what Elder Scrolls and GTA is able to pull off. And this is probably why CD Projekt Red is thought of so well, or was thought of so well before Cyberpunk, was because of Witcher 3. And just the combat, all the different ghouls and dragons and things that you fight in this world is so fantasy-like and so beautiful, especially with the graphics. I can't harp enough about the graphics. They are incredible in this game, especially for being as old as it is. Just amazing. I actually just did a replay of it not too long ago, and I was thinking then as I was playing, I was like, wow, with all the new games coming out, I still think this game is probably the best. If it came out right now, it would be one of the best games that came out this year, if not the game of the year. It's just that great. One downfall of Witcher 3, though, is probably the horse. The horse is Roach. Probably because of how old this game is now, that it doesn't really match how games are these days, but it fares enough, and it's okay. But definitely on this new Witcher 4, one thing I would like to see is a better horse. One that, I don't know if Metal Gear Solid would be a better horse, or if there's any other better examples. I think Assassin's Creed Valhalla had a pretty good steed, so maybe something like that. Graphics, if you can increase the graphics from what it was in Witcher 3, you're already winning, in my opinion. I would love to see that, just another graphical overhaul. And apparently they're not going to do the graphics that were in The Witcher 3 or in Cyberpunk 2077. They're going to use a new graphical engine, the Unreal Engine 5, which I believe was for that new kind of demo game, The Matrix, that everyone was going crazy about for the new systems. I should have played it. I have both the new systems, but I didn't. But I saw videos of it, and the graphics look like nothing we've ever seen before. So if the new Witcher is using those graphics, oh my God, this is going to be the best game ever created, bar none. I'm pretty sure about it. Hopefully they don't mess up like they did with Cyberpunk, but I'm sure they've learned from their mistakes, and they're going to take a lot more careful approach to this. So fingers crossed on that. I definitely think if they do use that new engine, it's going to be the game that sets a new standard for graphics. I would think a new standard for storytelling, just like The Witcher 3 did. Put those in perspective, I think this game is set up to be one of the greatest of all time. Man, I'm just super pumped about this. So if I had to choose, I would like to play as Geralt still, but I won't spoil it. But if you know the end of Witcher 3, that's possibly not going to be something that happens. It seems like he's not going to be going that direction anymore. But Ciri, we got Ciri now, and she's kind of a beast. She's got these powers, and she also has her Witcher abilities. So trained by the Witchers and has these special abilities. She's kind of like the chosen one, you know. So I could see them going in that direction for the series to now go on with Ciri and do that story arc. There are some rumors that they're going to go in a completely other direction with a different school, a different Witcher school, which is cool. That could be really awesome. I could see a new school, a new set of characters, stuff like that. But I don't think they've quite finished the storyline with Ciri yet. I'm pretty sure they've gotten pretty far in the books, if not finished the book. So they would have to do something of their own thoughts and not go based off what the books say, which I'm pretty sure they've done already with the side missions and stuff like that in Witcher 3. But if they did a new Witcher, I'm sure it'll be fine, and I can deal with that, especially with the new graphics. I'm sure they'll figure it out. But I really want to see either with Geralt or with Ciri, keep going with that. Another thing I would like to see, there are some parts in Witcher 3, it was I'm not sure if it was DLC or what it was, but you go into like a fantasy world with different tales that everybody knows, like with Little Red Riding Hood and stuff like that. Maybe do more of that, or maybe not do that at all. I haven't really thought too much if I would want more or less, but that could be an interesting new look at the series. If maybe more fantasy than before, or go more dark and go more realistic. I really like the ghosts in Witcher 3 and all the undead and or people turning into werewolves and things like that. That's a really cool part of Witcher 3, especially with the witches in the woods and taking in children and eating them. That was a cool part of the game. Gosh, there's so much you can dive into with this series. So many different storylines they can go with. I'm just super pumped. I really hope it's not going to be like they did with Metroid 4, where they announced it years and years before it's even ready. But I'm pretty sure that's what they did here. That's what Elder Scrolls did when they announced a new Elder Scrolls game. So maybe we're going to be waiting another 4 or 5 years. But for now, at least we got a teaser emblem of the wolf from The Witcher, and that's good enough for me now. It's got me pumped, got me thinking of all the different ways I can go with this. So anyway, let me know what you guys think below. I'm obviously way too pumped. I apologize for the long wait in videos. I've been traveling a lot for work, and to be honest, I got a little discouraged with a little decrease in views of my videos, so I got to figure that out. That's on me. But thank you guys who've stuck around and subscribed, and anybody else that just joined this channel. Thank you so much. Please comment below your thoughts about this new Witcher game, what you think, what you hope it's going to be. I'd love to just go back and forth with you, kind of brainstorm and kind of just make believe what's going on or what's going to be. So thank you for watching. If you could, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Helps this channel a lot. And I'll see you on the next one. Thanks.